Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long was 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long was 1975.
Welcome to another comparison video. In this video we're taking a look at Final Blow on the Mega Drive and comparing it to the ports on the Amiga. Obviously Final Blow is a two-dimensional side-scrolling boxing game released in the arcades in 1988 by Taito. I have a soft spot for it because when I first saw it in the arcades and first played it in the arcades, after seeing it previewed in a Spectrum magazine arcade section, I was absolutely blown away by the size of its sprites. This is running at the correct speed, by the way. I shit you not. Yeah, I'd never seen anything like it. Is playable, you know, deep as Punch-Out? Absolutely not, but it was a novelty because the size of its sprites. So it got ported to the Mega Drive in 1990, and I borrowed it off a kiddie at school and was blown away by it. I've got a comparison of it against the arcade version, so you think it's an incredibly accurate port, and the sort of build up to it in, you know, the depiction of the characters before they're actually in the ring and stuff like that it is. And while the sprites in this are absolutely huge for a very early Mega Drive game, it's nowhere near arcade perfect. Absolutely not. I mean, it's a tiny cartridge as well, but that didn't stop me enjoying it massively. Obviously, in the States, because of the success of his fight against Tyson, I still personally think that Tyson got up within the limits, but hey, you know, it was a long time ago. It was called James Buster Douglas Boxing, but essentially it was exactly the same game. They didn't even change half the characters' names. Pretty sure it was called that United Kingdom as well. So is this a fair comparison? No, but it's my birthday and I'll cry if I want to. What can I say? The Amiga is a pony of all trades, but I'm a master of none because it's computer. Right, let's get into this. So, fire. Obviously, because the way I'm playing this, because it's not on my Mega Drive Mini True Blue stick, I have to play this emulated on my Wii, so I can't do anything about the aspect ratio, which is a bit annoying. Look, one player, you do have two players. We have a spectator mode. What would be the point of that? So, I can't remember, you got what? Low, high, block? I don't know. So these pictures here, pretty much the same. Obviously one's been swapped out for Buster Douglas, hasn't it? And then he got complacent after he beat Tyson and got his comeuppance, didn't he? Right, Fernando Gomez, because he's got Tash. There we go, championship match 1. I will be on the left. So I mean, it's impressive. It's impressive for an early Mega Drive game. It's a small cartridge, but it's not arcade perfect. But yeah, you have a very small move set. It's incredibly fast. It's a very poor rendition of boxing, I'll give it that. Look how you block. Movement is not key in these feats, but there is a charm to it because of the nostalgia I have for the arcade. But yeah, an accurate boxing simulation, it is not. Do I hammer? I don't know. I'm doing something. So yeah, just get in there. Hammer. Obviously I held it depicted at the bottom of the screen. What do you mean break? Oh, come on, die you fucker. So yeah, it ain't boxing, really. I mean, it's not even a slugfest. It's particularly unplayable. But like I said, it's just got a certain charm. But why do I want to compare it to the Amiga? I didn't know it made it to the Amiga. And at least they called it Final Blow. And, well, I guess they didn't have the license, so that makes sense. How does that even work? He knocked me down twice. And then I absolutely hammered the shit out of him. I'll tell you why. Because I'm sporting a Tash. That's why. I want to show you something. It's only one season, by the way. Do you even call it a season of boxing? Right, listen to this. I'm going to pause. Alright, Fernando, chill your beans, chill your beans. I mean, like I said, early Mega Drive game, it looks alright. Pause. Listen to how small the loop is. That's it. I'm probably missing a trick with these controls because I haven't played it in yonks. Literally, probably 10 years. Look up my video of this compared to the arcade if you want to see how close it is. I mean, you'd know you were playing Final Blow. I was going to call it Final Fight. Final Blow. A GI's GIF before he pissed off to World War II. See what I did there? Oh! Obviously, like most boxing games, I'm not blocking. But you do hold block, you move backwards and forwards and you hold it up. Or go low. God, just land one. This is default difficulty, mind. Like, that's 3. Look at his face. He's so pleased he's done something. We'll have one more quick go. See, I wonder, because I know what it looks like on the Amiga, and it's only got one fire button. I wonder if that means it's going to play better. Because this is rough. This is rough as fuck. But hey, I never saw all these comparison videos, but I think he's your all-rounder. I think he took that guy's wallet. You know, never said these comparison videos were fair. I just like doing it. Look at him! I think it only got so-so reviews, to be fair, as well. And I'm not talking about Buster Douglas. Oh! Turns out I should have been Dynamite Joe. Giveaways in the name all along. Oh, down! Oh, up. Look how quickly the tide turns, though, eh? This is what I mean about this. There is literally no skill set to this. When I used to play against my brother back in the day, it was just literally hammer, mash, button shit. And it was almost like Rock'em Sock'em Robots. You know, there was no real sort of determination to who would win. It was just literally hammer buttons. But basically, you could have just flipped a fucking coin. But like I said, I have nostalgia for it. I'm probably missing a massive trick with the controls. Well, this is accurately how I played it when I was 12, to be fair. But see how close though? Well, there you go. Never said it was a good boxing game. Never said it was a good boxing game. Let's take a look at it on the Amiga. So here we go with Final Blow on the Amiga. In this case it's running on my A500 Mini, but I'm pretty sure you already knew that. It's an extremely cut down title screen and it's made by Storm in 1991. Don't think I ever recall hearing of them before. So this is a year or so after the Mega Drive version, and that would be 3 years after the arcade. Just to remind you that they ported it from Tato. So yeah, cut down intro, beginning, nice music, knockout, right, King Jason. Oh dear, look at their faces. Right. Where's Dynamite? What's his name? There we go, Dynamite Joe. Obviously, they're quite rough compared to the Mega Drive. They're quite rough. I know something though, because I have had a very quick go on this to work out the controls. Spoilers! I don't know them very well. But there's one thing where this absolutely wipes the floor with the Mega Drive, and I'm quite surprised with that. This has got a ton of speech. Listen. Anyway, I'm in the left. Right, I held her at the bottom again. Do you know what? It's not quite as fast as the Mega Drive, but I mean obviously graphically it's no comparison. However, not being as brutally fast as the Mega Drive makes it feel like slightly more of a boxing game as opposed to Rock'em Sock'em Robots. The background obviously has taken a massive hit. Not that it was amazingly detailed on the Mega Drive, but I am struggling with the one button. But do you know what? Massively shrunken sprites or not, I will say this. If you were a fan of the arcade, you would recognise this as Final Blow, and you probably would have been quite happy, although it was quite a hard machine to come across in this country. I was just very lucky with the arcades I visited as a kid. But having one button obviously doesn't help it. Back is... I think I block automatically. I think he definitely did take that guy's wallet. Can't even land a fucking blow, let alone a final one. See what I did there? That's what. I do like the noises, but it's that little bit slap one. They're like, wow, they take granite to grind down. It's not quite the, and this is default. I think they both only have a default difficulty setting. I could be wrong there, but yeah. Seems less luck involved in the Mega Drive, but not by much. But yeah, sprites have taken a massive hit. Sound is way, way, way back. It's lost its gum shield. I'm not all the way down either. I don't think you're going to see a knockout. But then, to be fair, one button or not, I have no idea what I'm doing, but this is alright. This is alright. It was never going to look like the Mega Drive. It certainly wasn't going to look like the arcade. To be fair, while Mega Drive towers above this version, it's a pretty weak port of the arcade. Again, you think it looks alright. It's one of those ones where you have to see it side by side to know that it's punching above its weight. Pun intended. Come on. Thank you. I've achieved something here today, people. I've achieved something. But this, I would say, one button or not, seems to play a little bit better, a little bit more forgiving. Not a little, literally, like I said, just rock 'em, sock 'em robots. Stand there, hammer shit, and hope for the best. Again, I'm not saying, you know, it's Mike Tyson's Punch Out, or regular Punch Out, or Super Punch Out, or Barry McGuigan's boxing, or Frank Bruno's boxing. See what I did there with that last one? Because it's basically Punch Out, innit? But it's certainly a lot more fun to play than the Mega Drive version. Massive hit in the graphic department or not. But again, I also like the fact I won. Fuck knows how. I like the fact that it's a lot slower. Oh, sorry, I had to press far. King Jason. Not just Jason. King Jason. The only time you get to punch royalty and get away with it. Take this, you taxpayer-funded scab. I think that's my knockout punch. I mean, again, there is still a certain element of rock and sock and robots in this. I just like saying that. It rolls off the tongue. I should buy one of those again and make a video on it. Massive part of my childhood. Ooh. I do like the noises, but it's my retreating tactic. Just trying to see if I can keep going backwards. So, you know, all in all, I think this plays better than the Mega Drive. Mega Drive wipes the floor with it, you know, the way it looks, but it's too fast. It's too fast and it feels too random. Again, I'm not saying this is deep, but it certainly feels like you're a little bit more engaged, you know, a little bit more involved. Plum shield's gone in the fight, but I definitely love the fact that this is low. Why isn't it? Well, I mean, I know speech wasn't always the Mega Drive's forte because of the size of the samples, but why was there no speech in the Mega Drive version? Unless that's a Japanese thing, and maybe they fixed that with Buster Douglas. To be fair, I never played Buster Douglas, so by all means, correct me if I'm wrong. Also, I'd love to know if you played this back in the day, the Amiga version, and what you thought. I should look up and see what reviews it got. But yeah, I honestly prefer this version, playing wise. And to be fair, what good are looks if it's unplayable? Besides, we're deeper than looks, people, aren't we? We're deeper than looks. So anyway, this was just a bit of fun for shits and giggles, because you would have thought one of these was going to tower above the other, pun intended, if you look at the size of the sprites. Mind you, these aren't small sprites, but yeah, it's actually a case of this one is the better game, at least in my opinion, but then taste is subjective, and I would love to know what you think. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later.